Albion Online is already brutal, but could it go even further? Albion Online already features one of the boldest mechanics in modern MMORPGs, full loot PvP. It's simple. If you die, you lose everything you had equipped and everything in your inventory. But you respawn in the nearest city, re-gear, and continue your journey. Now imagine for a moment, what if that first death was your only death? Sounds insane, right? But also incredibly intriguing. That's why today I want to imagine an Albion Online with permadeath, the most hardcore mechanic in all of gaming. No mercy, no second chances, just total reset. This would revolutionize the game so drastically that nothing would remain as it is today, from player psychology to population shifts. Not everyone could handle such a brutal loss after investing time and effort into building a character that could die at any moment and never be played again. A large portion of Albion's player base doesn't even leave the safe zones, and that's okay. That playstyle deserves respect too. But today, we're just going to imagine what would change. Players would become far more cautious, avoiding unnecessary fights. The game would shift toward tactical play and less aggression, especially in black zones. Safe zones would be completely removed. The fear of losing your character would create constant emotional tension. The market would go wild with constant demand for gear for new characters. Rare items would spike in value, but demand might drop due to risk. Crafting would become more essential than ever as players constantly rebuild. Fame and spec systems would need a complete overhaul. They'd lose meaning if characters could die permanently. The game might introduce a salvation mechanic, like a gulag for characters who've survived 20 real-time days and killed at least 30 players. The only truly safe zones would be major cities. Mists, Avalonian roads, and fast travel would be removed, no escape routes. Black zones would become elite territories, only for the most prepared. High-risk events for guild leaders could offer unique rewards. Guilds would need to actively protect members, creating defensive roles and escort strategies. Hardcore cultures would emerge, where dying is part of the honor. Drama and betrayal would spike, players killing others for revenge or power. Every character would have a unique, unrepeatable story. Deaths would become legendary, worthy of chronicles, clips, even documentaries. Content like the dirtiest betrayal that ended an entire alliance would explode. Players would start distrusting everyone, even within their own guilds. Recruitment would become rigorous, with interviews, trials, and surveillance. RMT would collapse. What matters is the character, not the silver. A new system, RCT, real character trading, could emerge for players with limited time. Digital identity would become a commercial asset, not just emotional. Fake identities might appear, new characters pretending to be old legends. Protection markets could emerge, players offering PvP insurance or escorts. Rescue services might appear, players paid to extract others from danger zones. Resource boost schedules and player caps could reduce farming risks. Death would only occur through PvP encounters. One life dungeons could offer guaranteed legendary loot, but mobs could kill you. A protective shield system could be introduced, plus 50% HP unlocked via PvP achievements. Role-playing would explode, players creating characters with deep stories and epic endings. A second life mode could allow progress to pass to a successor, resetting stats until reaching the level of the original character. Second life characters would have level caps and visual markers. First life would remain uncapped. The game would become more human, more narrative, more raw. Prestige would no longer be about power or wealth, but character longevity. Survivors of weeks or months would become legendary, almost mythical. Surviving rankings could emerge, oldest player on the server. One mistake in a massive PvP event could erase dozens of characters. Guild wars would have permanent consequences. Real diplomacy would emerge. Internal betrayals would be devastating, emotionally and narratively. Cities could have cemeteries honoring their 50 longest-lived fallen players. Personal islands would vanish when a character dies. The gear system would remain unchanged. It's perfect. PvE players would need to coordinate safe routes, like medieval caravans, hiring PvP groups for protection, hoping not to be betrayed. Hitmen for hire could emerge, mercenaries specialized in killing specific targets. After surviving a set time, players could earn XP and loot bonuses. Characters who achieve greatness could be immortalized, statues in cities, unique titles, mentions in official lore. Guilds might infiltrate others to trigger internal deaths. Espionage would become lethal with irreversible consequences. Informant networks could emerge, players paid for route intel or vulnerabilities. Maps could deteriorate based on battle frequency and scale. And now the most important point, player numbers would drop drastically,
leading to server shutdowns.
Even with monetization options like protective shields, starter packs, and skins, the game couldn't survive a change of this magnitude. Most Albion players live in safe zones, doing activities unrelated to PvP. If permadeath were introduced, the game would likely lose over 60% of its current player base. For the remaining 40%, this experience would be unique, addictive, and unforgettable. It's the deepest desire of every hardcore PvP player. But sadly, it won't happen. So for now, we keep enjoying the emotional roller coaster that Albion Online already offers.